What's happening? Good people of Pat's Pandemic Podcast land. Wow. Scott's on it already today. That's good. What do we got here? Jason Bragg, first one on the books. Good to see you, my good friend. Let's see. Paula Scholl, good morning. Betty Carlson, that's my aunt. Good morning. I slicked my hair back. I don't know. Not sure if I like that. So good morning, everybody. We've got a snow day here in Columbus, Ohio, which only takes about 3 to 4 inches of snow. So, and depending, some days it could be less, depending on when we got it. Getting hit already. No, we're not going sledding right now. So anyways, Karen Buzzard, that's my ma. Good morning. So so I was out last night, kind of late. 10:30 or so. I think it's about. I was out driving. It's pretty. Parts of the roads were pretty sketchy. Got to be honest, not great. I'm not surprised they canceled the roads, but I think honestly, a 2-hour delay probably could have done it. But it's such a pain. The 2-hour delay is exactly the same as a cancellation as far as like the pain in my butt. So, anyways, Jeremy Hunt, good morning. Welcome to the show. Good to have you on here. I feel like I just saw you. My chair is literally on its last leg. I haven't gotten a new one yet. I went to get one, didn't work out. And then I'm like, well, I'll just get a new one, whatever. I don't know. I don't prioritize my time well. And the chair is not enough of a priority for me, apparently. And this chair is totally going to break on me. When it springs up, it comes out of its spot, whatever it is. And then when I sit back down on it, it's like, and then like it clunks down and it's just really it's not doing well. Get a new chair. My to-do list is to get a new chair, and that is a great thing. Gretchen Blystone, gonna miss today. We're gonna miss you. Let's see. David Townsley, good morning, my friend David Townsley. You may remember David Townsley from Orlando, sang some songs on the telethon. Good to see you, my brother. Sue Francis, that's my aunt. Good morning. Steve Dietering, good morning. Play your ukulele day? Is that a thing? I didn't know that. There's so many holidays now. I can hardly keep up. Julie Stover, good morning. You've got coffee and a fire, like a fireplace, because that would be awesome. I don't have no fireplace down here in the basement. Coffee and a fireplace actually would be awesome on a snow day. I already shoveled the driveway. I did all that stuff. I don't know when I got old. I mean, I know, but now I'm like, well, I got to shovel that driveway. Why? I don't need to, but I do. So driveway's all shoveled, everybody, and I'm cold, and I could have used a coffee and a fireplace. So thank you, Julie, for bringing that up. Ruthie, good morning. Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow. I kind of forgot it was Groundhogs Day. I was going to do a whole from the movie, the good morning campers or whatever, the spiel, the shtick, the radio guys in the morning, and I totally forgot it. But probably every radio person in the world was going to do that today, so that's pretty much it. Let's see. Randy Carnes, good morning. Dave Bichard, good morning to you, my friend. From the YouTube, Dibya, how are you, my buddy? Good to see you there. Brian Fink, happy Tuesday. Thank you very much. Julie, let's see. Need an office. You're at the office this morning, so you didn't have a snow day. You had to go to work day. That's the thing. Kids get snow days. The rest of us have to go to work days. So maybe you should, I don't know I don't know how offices work. You should get like write a request, like need fireplace, something like that. I would do that. No, Steve, I haven't played my ukulele yet. Ned Ryerson, Needle Nose Ned. So, what's funny is you mentioned that, Steve Diedering. James Ranke probably has played his ukulele this morning. He probably gets up first thing in the morning as he's brushing his teeth. He just strums along on his ukulele. I didn't know where my ukulele is anymore. I don't know. Darn it, now you're going to make me go look for my ukulele. So, that's the kind of day it's going to be so far. So, Groundhog Day, Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. We were talking about it yesterday, and I'm going to just tell the story. I can't tell it with as much fun and excitement as my friend can. So she's originally from where I'm from, and went to Dave Townsend. I think I need to find out about your sandwich. Remember, it's a family show, so whatever the sandwich is, I don't want to. Got to keep it clean. I don't know if you found a sandwich somewhere in the street. I don't want to hear about it. But my friend, so she's from back home, Western Pennsylvania, and she went to, I think, BW. Get a new chair, find ukulele. Thank you. These are things that need to happen. Up in the Cleveland area, and was talking about Groundhogs Day at the in Punxsutawney. Had went once, I think, on a whim, and then was telling her friends about it. Her friends like, "Oh my God, we need to go do this." So they all do it again, and then years later, she's here in Columbus, Ohio, in graduate school, and telling people about, "Oh my God, you should see this thing. It's a real thing. We do it." And then like a whole group of people from their graduate, like the professors and things like that, they all wanted to go see the Punxsutawney thing. Like it's a bigger sensation than I think I ever was aware of. So now, after she told me the story that all these people wanted to go, and I'm like, well, I want to go. I've never been there. I want to. So then we were actually considering going this year, but it wasn't a good year to do it. So. All right, David, I'll check it out. I don't actually spend much time on Facebook lately. I know it seems weird because I'm on here right now. But I kind of backed off. If you've sent me messages and things I haven't gotten back to you, my apologies. I really, since starting the show and opening up, I've been getting kind of like, really like a lot of like spam and all that kind of stuff, like way more fake accounts, all that kind of stuff. And I just kind of like got tired of looking at it, and I kind of have moved away from it. It's another reason why we're doing the show on this page now. So, General Beauregard Lee, and he did not see his shadow. Oh wait, did Punksy see it or not? Hold on, he did see his shadow. So if you see your shadow, I believe it's 6 more weeks of winter. Is that what it is? If you don't see your shadow, 10 more weeks till he has sheets. If I saw my shadow, well, you know what's funny? Like, is there a shadow behind? Yeah, wait. Aha. So what's that mean? Do I get sheets or not? 10 more weeks till I have a sheets. Nice work. I probably need that. I need to relax. The whole sheets thing. I don't want to get like a cease and desist, where they're like, hey, dude, you're a little too sheetsy. And I'm going to be like, give me a paycheck and I'll be all the sheetsy. I'm a company man. I'll be a sheets company man. Like I could put a logo right here. I could wear a shirt that says it. Like the show itself could be sponsored by Sheets. That's the kind of thing that we're talking about. When I say we, me, I don't know anybody at Sheets. Like surely there's somebody at Sheets that watches this show, right? Have your people call my person. That's exactly it. Follow show. Yes, it's 8 more weeks or 6 more weeks. Eddie Ambrose. Good morning, Eddie. Good to have you here. Vacation to warm. I mean, every place. I haven't been paying attention, but it seems like every place is cold. David Townsley. What's it like in Orlando right now? Pats. Pats with the Z. You see, Sheets, what they do, because they spell Sheets with a Z. SHEETZ. Well, they put everything. They when they pluralize. Coffee on my shirt. You mean the mug? You don't. These aren't all home runs. Yeah, it's close. You've been funnier. God, if we have to relive this show for the next year or whatever. It's 37 degrees in Orlando. I mean, it's not that much colder here. David, that is ridiculous. The sandwiches are cold. I think I'm gonna have to log into Facebook to see what this story is. I'm interested in it. So I was outside early this morning, shoveling a path for the HR department to get to the automobile, and then I went ahead and shoveled the rest of the sidewalk or the driveway and everything. And I have a fairly long driveway, so it took longer than I wanted it to. I was properly dressed. I wasn't overdressed. I had it's a light undershirt, and like a that blue puffy coat. You guys know my coat, hat and gloves. I'm going to say it's 26 degrees outside. That's my take. See, dead on. I'm 100% accurate 30% of the time. Feels like 18. I don't know about that. I think the feels like guy is just trying to be dramatic. And that's what a great job. Like when you can just be like, it's totally, my feels are so cold. So like Bora Bora, Brian Fink, I agree, 37 degrees, WTF. But Julie says vacation-wise, she would take Bora Bora. A lot of money and a long flight. You're not wrong. Actually, I don't know where Bora Bora is. Is it towards Fiji or is it towards, I don't know. Steve Dietering, how long does it take to drive to Bora Bora? We're going to have to figure that out. I need a Nate Hillwig. He solved your walk. I know, shoveled. Oh, there, shoveled. Shoveled your walk. Right, I'm telling you, it is unbelievably nice when somebody else shovels your walk. Every once in a while. So there's a guy right up the street from me, Bill, not Bob. It's Bill. I'm glad I remembered by the third try. Bill has a snowblower and likes to use it. And he will just get up early in the morning and just randomly walk up and down the street and he'll just snow blow people's driveways just to be nice. It's a pretty cool thing. But he didn't do it this morning. I probably have to give him a stern talking to. Why didn't you do my driveway for nothing? Onto your own time. Costa Rica. I've never been down there. I see the pictures, Paula, sometimes like and it looks amazing. 80, 90 there. I don't know. I'm not really an 89. I'm an 80, not so much a 90. It feels like drive time. Well, let's see. Where do you want to drive to? Let's pick a place. Pick a place. I'll tell you what it feels like to drive there, because I can pretty much tell you I've driven there. I'm trying to think if there's places I haven't driven to, more or less. I've gotten close at least. I've hit probably every major city in most of the states. I don't. Wyoming's a hard one for me to count because I only crossed it. I never. Barrio, Costa Rica, Limon, Costa Rica. Oh, there you go. Way to stay on it. Wheeling, West Virginia. It feels. Here's the thing about driving from Columbus to Wheeling. Depending on where you are in Columbus, like I'm on the west side of Columbus, so I have to drive through Columbus to get to Wheeling. So that adds, depending on the day, as much as a half an hour to the drive. If you're on the east side of Columbus, like if you're outside the eastern outer belt, it literally feels like it takes like an hour. It doesn't feel like very long at all because the landscape stays interesting. The long, like you no more than get out of Columbus and it's still flat. And then you hit Cambridge. That's where 77 comes down, and you stop at Sheets, and that seems like it took like that, like no time at all. And Zanesville's got the weird twisty, and then from Cambridge to Wheeling, that's when the Appalachian Mountains kind of start happening. So it's at least something your eyes doesn't get bored. So it goes like that. So it takes about but for me, it feels like an hour and a half. And the actual drive time is closer to 2 hours. Oh, there you go. So that's the thing. Feels like versus real. So thank you, Dave, for bringing that up. Wheeling, West Virginia. So I've driven through that town many times. The weather of Bora Bora. Did we see what the Bora Bora weather is? I don't know. Well, Mark, honestly, I don't remember a lot of people's names. Bill, Bob, Bert. Just because he snowplows my driveway doesn't mean that we're like buddies. I don't have to remember his name. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, that's not the truth. He's a good fella. So today is snow day. Coworkers here. He was upstairs there, and on one of the loud games, and I'm like, look, you can't. I got an important show. You can't do that. You have to either go in your room or go to the second floor. And now he's been playing it like nonstop all morning, and I'm gonna have to like throw him out in the snow and see what happens. So that's gonna go well, because I actually, crazy enough, I had stuff I wanted to get done today. For example, I wanted to get a new chair. So, and I need to find my ukulele, and probably something else is going to pop up. New chair and get a ukulele. Let's see. East drive down to Columbus, down through Zanesville. Yeah. So that's that, like Zanesville up north. I guess the 77. I don't know if that doesn't take you to Cleveland, right? I don't know if I've ever driven it, but from the whole way north. But it's really a fun drive. I don't mean it's like oh my God, you have to do this drive, but at least your eyes don't get bored. Things moving around. You got some little towns you buzz through. At least it's something to look at. That these drives that take forever is because there's nothing. It's nothing but flat, wide land. I have a busy day. Find a ukulele and find a chair. This chair isn't going to make it any longer. That's funny. Like it sits normally when I'm at work, when I'm working, I'm about 3 feet that way. And I can see I have to vacuum. It's just black, plastic where it's been all grinding into pieces and stuff like that. So yeah. And then see when I rock back, this isn't the chair rocking. This is it. Just wallowing. 555 out of Zanesville. I don't know if I know that road. We should go drive it. That sounds fun. There's some great drives in my life. Well, that's seeing a pit stop to see your dad. That's a good thing. There's some great roads. One of my favorite drives of all time. We're doing radio promotion stuff, and there was two kinds of touring that our band did. Saving Jane, talked about the band. Two kinds of touring. One was primarily performance based, where you played a show. Sometimes there was interviews and things like that. And the other was promotion based, where it was generally Marty and most of the time me, and then we had one other our manager, our basically our PR or our radio manager is actually what we called them back then. I don't know if that's still a thing or not, but our radio manager would tour with us, and we would go. At least I could check one thing off the box. We would go to just radio stations all over the country and get on the morning, whatever their zany show is. So, like here in Columbus, we have, the morning zoo. There's all various forms of that all around the country. And they have touring rock bands come in, and it's usually the singer and or a guitar player, and they do a quick interview, say, sing a song if you can, and then go to the next one. Sometimes there's TV involved. So it was super tricky to kind of roll out of bed and like at this time of day, be like ready to go. A day trip to Denver. I think, what is Denver? About 1,000 miles, I think, from right here. I think I've looked at that. So, that'd be a long day for sure, but clearly doable. But so anyways, we were on a radio tour, and we were in El Paso, Texas. We were in West Texas. Oh man, I'm getting blown up here. It was in West Texas, and then we had to go to Albuquerque. Oh, the 1,200 miles? That's close. 24 hours? Yeah, I guess it is. I'd have gotten that one wrong. I'd have put that at 18. But I've never driven directly from Columbus, Ohio to Denver. Denver's always been in a crossing route going up or down, like going from north or south or whatever. Oh, Denver's a great town. I love Denver. Definitely a town I would consider if I didn't love Columbus, Ohio so much. Just a great town, great. Things that I love are there, like mountain biking and skiing and mountains and John Denver. So those, well, John's not there anymore, but all that's a flyby Denver road trip. I love it. But the drive, though, I will say this: if you ever get an opportunity or any reason to drive from El Paso, Texas, to Albuquerque, New Mexico, you drive through, I believe they call it the Painted Desert. I think is maybe what it's called. It's fantastic. It's the most scenic, desolate, rattlesnakey stretch of road, but it's also very doable. Like, it wasn't incredibly long, 6 hours maybe. But the road stops are nothing like, there are no sheets out there. It's an old abandoned, or no, not abandoned, but it's an old converted trading post with gas pumps. And when I say rattlesnake, like East Coast, Midwestern, we say rattlesnake and we all get terrified. Rightfully so. Rattlesnakes are terrifying. I don't want to say that that's not what I'm saying. But out there, they're a much more common thing. There's rattlesnakes like kind of all over the place. And I remember this so vividly. We were driving a car. I think we had a I think it was what's the cop cars, the Ford we rented it. What do you call those? Not a town car. What are for I can't remember. My brain is literally gone to pieces. I can't remember what a cop car is. But anyways, we're in a cop car, whatever that is. That real long, cruising in it. And I remember the first rattlesnake I saw along the side of the road. I was like, whoa! Crown Vic. Thank you, Matt Adkins. Thank you. Jeremy Hunt. Thank you. Jim Black. I feel like an idiot. I couldn't thank you, Jason. All of you. You're all amazing. I can't believe I couldn't remember. The snow day has me just crazy. can't remember, a Crown Vic. It's one of my favorite cars of all time. Every version of the Crown Victoria is one of my favorite cars ever made. Anyways, driving a silver Crown Vic, flying across the desert. I mean, like the speed limit might be, I don't even know if they bother posting signs, you know, and it wasn't like a straight as an arrow road. It had a little bit of push and pull to it, but it wasn't like no sharp turns or anything like that. So we're just cruising along. And I remember I see a freaking, I almost said the F word, rattlesnake slithering on the highway. And I was like, whoa! And I'm like veering. I'm like, I was terrified in a car traveling at 80 miles an hour of a rattlesnake. And again, rattlesnakes are terrifying and can totally kill you. Like, let's not say that rattlesnakes are not dangerous, because they are. Let's just call it what they are. They're very, very dangerous. I ain't no Steve Irwin. I've never studied zoology. I don't have any kind of like degrees that said I am super smart in sciences or animal handling. So, come on, Scott, that was easy. There you go. I don't know how long I was going to carry that on. Still not a scientist. But then saw another one. And this time you're less terrified. You're like, you realize it's not going to like unlock your car door and come in. It's not going to steal anything. Then you see another one. Then you see them like hit on the road and you kind of feel bad. You're like, oh man, poor rattlesnake. Because he wasn't doing nothing. He was just trying to get something to eat, probably. Or find a nice warm place to lay. And we were there, it was in the wintertime, so it was still hot, but it was cold at night. So they get on the roads to warm up. Cold-blooded. You know, mammals, internally heated. Reptiles, externally heated. So maybe I am a scientist. So does that look sciencey? A little bit. Actually, now that I think of it. So then when we'd stop at these rest stops, and they look like old, yeah, Steve, that's what so we stopped at, like, it looks like an old mesa. I don't know, a mesa. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Like, but look like an old, like, Spanish house that they've converted into a gas station. And I remember this one particular, we stopped, and they have, I mean, it is so awesome when you've been at every type of gas station, including Sheetz, which is by far the best ever. But when you've been at all these other kinds of gas stations, when you walk into one that's like just got character and it's local and the person that owns it is sitting right there, and you're happy to give them, and I buy all that crap, like, you know, the copper jewelry and turquoise rings and things. I'm like, oh, this is all so cool. And I've never worn any of it, you know, but it was cool at the time. But then they've got, I mean, like an entire wall covered in rattlesnake crafts. So they have so many dead rattlesnakes out there that they make stuff out of them. And I'm like, do you guys go out and kill these things? Like, is there like rattlesnake season? Because I don't know. Like where I grew up, we have buck season. So Monday after Thanksgiving, you go out and you go deer hunting. Buck, deer, shoot them, eat them, put them on your wall, that kind of thing. I don't know. Is there snake season? I don't know these things. So, and the person there, Pat's Pandemic, Punxsutawney Phil podcast, you're darn tootin', Matt Atkins. Thanks for joining us, by the way. So I don't know if there's snake season. I asked the person if there was such a thing as snake season. They looked at me like I was crazy. And they said they just find the dead snakes along the road for the most part. They weren't very forthcoming if they themselves are do much with the snakes. I don't know if somebody else makes snake crafts. I don't know. I never did learn. But just what Steve said, the person there said, and like sometimes, like, you know, you don't know if you're being tricked or like your leg pulled, like, oh yeah, I got to trick this guy. But that person was like, very specifically, just what you said, Steve, is like, as the sun's setting, when you're pulling into like your hotel or your whatever, be very careful looking down at the sidewalk. Like, even like when the guy said, be careful when you open your door, you don't step on a snake. And I'm like, really? I'm going to step on a snake? Apparently apparently you don't know how terrified of snakes I am. Like I can see them things from a mile away. But yeah, I guess it's a thing. Yeah, I know there's wrangling of snakes, and I think there's a movement, rightfully so, to keep them around. They do a great job. I love the job they do. I just don't want to be a part of it. Same thing with bugs. I love the job you do. I don't need I don't need to be in the game. You're totally cool. Go do your thing. Mark Carlson. I wonder when you were going to pipe in. So Mark Carlson, my cousin, used to torture me, and he would do it right now. If he was right here, he would wriggle a snake in my face. Like, for the life of me, the idea of grabbing onto a snake for anything other than in sheer desperation to get it away from me of some type of danger scenario, won't touch snakes, save my life. I hate those things. I swear to God, every time I turn on, Mark's got a snake in his pocket. He's pulling it out. Like, hey, look at that, I found a snake. And he used to chase me with them. I'm not that fast. I'm easy to catch. So, anyways, rattlesnakes do not taste like chicken. I did eat rattlesnake. Might have been out there. Again, it's one of those things like, well, might as well try it. I mean, it was there. I ate crocodile down in Louisiana. Or no, I guess it would have been alligator, not crocodile. Alligator down there. And then, and that's awful. It's just awful. And rattlesnake, I just can't get past what I'm eating. I'm like, whoa, hate them. Glenn, there's been moments where I thought some snakeskin guitar straps would be cool. Maybe that's all I needed. Maybe I'm going to go shopping for one right after this, because you can shop for anything right now. I can tell you what, maybe you can, but I'm not getting rattlesnake soup. No way. Not doing it. So, all right. Well, I got to jump off. I got a bunch of work to do and jazz. Everything does taste like chicken. Poor chickens. They're made of everything, apparently. And enjoy your snow day if you're having it. Get outside and play. Have some fun. And if you are like me and you have to do some entertaining and work, good luck. It's going to stink. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. You're all awesome. I love all of you. I really do. Even you.